Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to day one of my 3-day home buying series where I will kick off the process to my virtual home buying seminar. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to register for my seminar that will be starting Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. For those that have registered, there are bonuses included that you will truly enjoy to help kickstart your home buying process. So hopefully you guys have registered, but if not, please click the link in my bio to go ahead and get registered and to get your bonuses. Today's topic is preparing your mindset for home ownership. Now, of course, most of us go into home ownership without the education or knowledge to go on to the next step to purchasing a home. And that's where this virtual seminar comes in. It is going to help guide you in the right direction so you do know what the expectations are as you move forward with the home buying process. Some things you want to consider before you move forward with the process is: 1, do you have the savings to purchase your property? 2, do you have the credit score to purchase a property or to obtain a mortgage? 3, do you have a team of professionals that can help you through the process? And 4, do you even have friends or family members that can also give you advice and talk to you about their experiences with owning a home? So I say that last number 4 piece is important because you want to understand the things that you're getting into before you actually commit to purchasing a home. Things like maintenance and repairs and replacing items that have been broken. Furnaces go out, air conditioning units go out. Have you really thought about the things that actually go into home ownership? So let's talk about preparing your mind for home ownership, and we'll start with credit. Is your credit where it needs to be? Well, before this whole COVID situation, the minimum credit score requirement for a FHA loan with some institutions was 580. Now that we have this current COVID-19 situation and we have no clue when it is going to be behind us, a lot of institutions are not willing to take a risk on credit scores that are below 620, 640. Some have upped their requirements even higher. So you want to make sure that you can actually qualify for a mortgage. That's the first step. Also, the second step is having the savings to purchase a home. A lot of people don't understand that you do need, although there are programs where you may not need to have money down to purchase your house, there are programs that exist like that. However, you want to keep in mind that you still need money to close. It does cost to close on a house. There's a difference between a down payment and closing costs. So those are things that I will educate you on during this virtual home buying seminar. Savings outside of purchasing the home. Yes, you may need savings to purchase your home, but you also want to have savings for the unexpected once you close on your home. A lot of people aren't educated on that as well. Hopefully, you will gain the knowledge in my seminar to understand the importance of having a savings plan, putting away a nice stash in case you lose your job in the process during the home buying experience. Also, keep in mind that it is very important to make sure that you have a debt to income ratio of at least 36% or less, because you may not get approved for a mortgage if it is any higher than that. Why is that? Because the bank doesn't want to take the risk on you basically biting off more than you can chew. So the goal is to make sure that you can afford your mortgage in addition to the other expenses that come along with your mortgage. That being utility payments that you're going to have to pay for your new property. Again, repairs and maintenance. Maintenance meaning, are you going to hire lawn service to cut your grass? Or are you going to do that yourself? Well, if you're going to do it yourself, do you own a lawnmower? And if you don't, you have to buy one. So these are all things you must consider and have in your brain before you move on to the next step of purchasing a home. Addition, let's talk about the location. Have you considered the location of where you want to live? Is this a place that you can see yourself living in for the duration of your home ownership with that property? Also, what do you plan to do long term? Do you plan to live in that property for the rest of your life? Most of us aren't planning to stay in our first home for the rest of our lives. Most of us typically move within 5 years of purchasing our first home. whether that be we're upgrading to a new home, downgrading, depending on size, whatever the case may be, there are many factors you should consider before you move forward with purchasing your home. Also, let's talk about the type of house you desire. Do you want a ranch home, a two-story home, a condo, a townhouse, a duplex, a multifamily unit? There are several different types of homes that first-time home buyers can purchase. So let's think about that. Do you want to be a landlord? If you decide to buy a multi-unit property, do you have the patience to take care of tenant issues if they come to you saying that something has broken or something doesn't work properly? Do you have the patience to get a phone call at midnight because the heat isn't working? These are factors that you need to consider before you become a multi-level unit homeowner. If you have a single family home, as I stated a little earlier, the maintenance of the exterior, lawn care services. Again, if things break, are you ready to maintain those, the furnace that you may have in your house, or the air conditioning unit, or anything else? Houses typically need touch-ups within the first few years of moving in. Even though you may have a fresh coat of paint on the walls, I know with my house, all of the movement that we have and activities that we have going on, company that we have coming over, we have a bunch of marks and things on our walls from moving furniture. So you may need to repaint at some point. So those are things you want to consider. And of course, this is your home. You want it to be nice. You want it to be comfortable. And I know you want to put nice furniture in it. Can you afford to put furniture in the rooms of your house? So these are things you want to be mindful of before you move on to that next process of purchasing a home. I want you guys to understand that home ownership is wonderful. I've been a homeowner for almost 2 decades and I love every aspect of it. One thing I had to get used to is the fact that it is all on me and my husband to take care of our home. And that's why I really want to educate you all on the importance of thinking about what you're getting into before you start the home buying process. I truly appreciate the fact that you guys are here, and I hope that the information that I'm providing will help you come up with the best solutions to approach the home buying experience. So thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of my 3-day home buying series. I hope you've developed some knowledge in the home buying process. Day 2, we will be discussing what you can afford and why it's important to understand what you can afford before you start the home buying process. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is Khalila Adams with CarMarc Realty Group, and I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Have a great day.